Well, first off, there may be some people out there that don't know that this term phishing, it's not just going out to the lake in freezing this time of year and trying to actually catch a fresh fish. The reason we use the term phishing is um, the reference is they're luring you into taking the bait of then allowing them to catch a prize. During this holiday time, particularly around employees too. It's not just in your personal life. There are, promotions that could come from like, the office stores and those kinds of things like, hey, buy your printer ink now and save. You could get tricked into clicking a malicious link. And so, it's one thing to click on a link and see an advertisement or get a coupon. It's a different thing to click a link and then be requested to log into something using your username, password, etc. From that link. So our number one recommendation is never log into something, a service, an application, etc. from a link. Always go direct to the source. As a company, we send out content and links to videos and advertising and coupons and whatever else, but we will never send you a link that asks you to log into something. And most businesses will never do that. Your bank, your whatever it is, won't ever send you a link to log into something. So links are valuable, but they're also a very easy way to trick you. They're getting really difficult to detect in the email body. What you usually will see is a slight misspelling in who the sender was from. Now, where we get tricked with this is, especially during the holiday times, is promotions and things will come from no reply addresses, right? Which you just see a no reply at this. They still need to own a domain name, but they're mirroring or spoofing that. So it becomes really, really tricky to know if the sender is valid. And a lot of this, again, it depends on where that email is coming into. So if you're on a work email address, hopefully your work email is doing a pretty good job of filtering known bad addresses, and you're not receiving that many. You're still going to receive some. Where we see the large proliferation of this is on personal email boxes that are not using business grade tools to run protection filters, etc. It's typically the address of where it came from. Then if it is sending you out to a web page, it's checking the spelling in the actual address of that domain, right? And does that actually match? In a work environment, go to your corporate SSO page directly. Go to the service provider. So you go to office.com to sign into Microsoft, right? Or you go to google.com yourself so that you can sign into Google. Go to your bank's website yourself. Don't go there from a link. Passwords are still going to take, unfortunately, a little bit of time to entirely go away. So we also recommend using a password management tool. We've got a partnership with Keeper Security for password management, alongside of what we do to eliminate passwords and deliver, phishing-resistant multi-factor authentication for businesses. We also work with other password management tools like Bitwarden, et cetera. So, using a solution like TraitWare and a password manager combined gives you the best coverage for access controls, but it's really also just helping your people be aware and to think, to look both ways before crossing the street. Mainly because they don't have the IT teams internally that are helping, or maybe they haven't invested in training and awareness, or they haven't invested in tools. There is some amazing tools out there. There's a company called FishCloud that's really got a pretty cool, simple tool that helps bring live information to your users. Basically, when you hover over a link to click it, like a street light, it has green, yellow, or red, where they're analyzing those links and saying, yeah, this one is known safe. This one you may need to check and verify that it's safe because we haven't been able to validate it yet. or read that this one is known bad. So there's other tools out there, but a lot of the times SMBs don't have the resources, meaning money or time, to investigate or learn about all these tools, let alone get them implemented. We highly recommend that SMBs, find or work with like a managed service provider that can help take some of that burden off of them and really focus on the security side for them, enabling them to do that. But most of the time it's just, the other part of it, as we mentioned too, is that a lot of SMBs out there are using consumer grade solutions to try to save money, right? So a simple example of this is, how many SMBs do you patronize where the owner or the people working there have an @Gmail address versus an @their business address? That's a very simple indicator of a consumer grade product versus a business grade product. And as painful as it is, the consumer grade products are just not as secure and they're more vulnerable. We're coming up on for the US, a holiday that is supposed to be thankful season, right? So I know I am thankful for my team and for everything that we're doing to try to help people be more secure online and simplify their lives by eliminating passwords. I know it's a personal frustration for myself and for the team that developed our solution. Is we had a personal desire to kill the password because it derived frustration and risk for us personally. So I'm thankful that we are where we are today and for the team that we have. And so I would encourage you to just take a few moments and find what you're thankful for and the grace that's in your life, and then share that with somebody else.